Hey everyone. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Mean Girls, are now claiming that their lives are being threatened on social media. People are threatening their lives because they want to take away from the attention that has been brought on by this Patrick guy that is admitting that he's responsible for providing the negative comments to Garcelle's son. He works for a marketing firm and he was actually hired to put out bad press on Lisa Rinna, but Lisa was in on it, allegedly. So he was brought in to, this is before the scandal that's going on now with the bot situation. Before, this is the history that he has. He has a history with Lisa Rinna. They had a falling out. Let me pull up his picture so you can see how he looks. So this is Patrick. He was brought in to bring the negative comments to Garcelle's son's page, but he claims they weren't supposed to be racist comments, just negative. But he has a history with Lisa Rinna, allegedly. He said that Lisa had conspired to create drama, a storyline for this season that's currently airing right now with Kathy Hilton. He was supposed to make it seem like Kathy Hilton was planting or trying to bring take Lisa Rinna down. That's what he was brought in to do, to bring Lisa Rinna down, making it look like Kathy Hilton was responsible. But Rinna was in on it. So that was what he did. Him and Rinna had a falling out, and she I guess exposed his phone number when she wasn't supposed to. That's, it was a lot that happened with that. But this is who this man is, right? This is what he does. So with the whole situation with Garcelle and her son, and it being said that it's not Garcelle, that it's Diana, Erika, Lisa, possibly all behind this happening. Now these women want to go and put out these not apologies, but these statements that is saying that they're being threatened. So this is what Diana said. She said, "I have been accused of instigating the hateful and inexcusable cyberbullying of Garcelle's son. Nothing could be further from the truth. I have stood for human rights my whole life. There is no place for hate in this world. To those people who have been attacking my family and threatening our lives, you are also spreading hate and creating fear. Please stop." So apparently she hired a security guard because she feels threatened, when what I really believe is you're just trying to deflect from the fact that people are saying you're responsible for this. You're behind this attack. And now you want to spin it and make it seem like now you're being threatened. But wasn't she just a week or two ago, before this whole incident happened with Garcelle's son, wasn't she just going back and forth, or not even going back and forth, because Garcelle wasn't even participating, but she was coming for Garcelle online, make like game on, like, okay, you want to laugh at me misspelling your name? Look at what happens. And then when it happens, now she's, oh, I'm being threatened. She wasn't saying nothing about being threatened before. Now she's being threatened. That's her excuse. Then Erika Jayne, this is what Erika Jayne said. She made a post, and I wonder why she decided to wait up until now to say this. But she says, "I want everyone to know this. When I apologized to Garcelle for yelling at Jax, I also told her I would apologize to him in person. But that did not make the edit. All the women saw me say this." And she says, "I did not hire bots to attack Jax, and my offer to apologize to him in person still stands." So, Erika, mind you, the episode that aired with her saying that to Garcelle's son was at least 4 episodes ago, maybe 5, but definitely a good 4 episodes ago. Erika had every chance to say this after the episode aired. That would have made more sense, correct? She should have said that then. Why wait until now? After all of this once all of this is happening, you want to sit and say that you apologized, or you wanted to apologize in person. And not only did Bravo not air it, but Garcelle has yet to make it happen. Why didn't you offer to apologize to him in person when it really happened in real life versus when it aired on TV? When it actually happened, why didn't you arrange to apologize to her son in person? You could have set up a little lunch or something. Garcelle could have brought him. You could have gave him an apology, whether it was on camera or off. It didn't have to be on camera. But at least you could have said, I did apologize, and it would have been over with. Now, because all of this stuff is coming to a head and you're being exposed, now all of a sudden you want to bring this up and you're blaming Bravo for editing it out. Erika, you're too late with this. I don't like, just stop. You're too late with it. Now, Lisa Rinna, here she goes. She goes, I can't believe I even have to clarify this, but I did not hire bots to attack Jax. Please stop with the accusations and threats. So now she's being threatened too. So this is how you know they're all conspiring together. Do you understand? You see the way it's syncing up? The three of them are being threatened, they're saying, right? They're being threatened because people are saying that they're the ones that are responsible. When you have Patrick, who is admitting that he has worked with you in the past to bring negative press to someone. You wanted negative press being brought to Kathy Hilton to have a storyline for this season. So I've covered that. Let's get into, wait, hold on one second. Okay, so Patrick is claiming, and I don't believe this, but he's claiming that he is invited to the Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion taping, which is, I believe, taking place this upcoming week. He's claiming this, and Lisa responded to him because he made a post saying it. Let me just pull it up because I can't read it from my computer. So he said, I have been invited to the filming of Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion. I have accepted. I've been told this is the first time in Housewives history a non-cast member, excluding friends and family, has been invited to a reunion. So Lisa Rinna reposted the statement he made about coming, and she put, enough is enough. And she said, come on, bring your nonsense. Let's go. You are an effing liar. That's what Lisa Rinna said. I don't believe that he's going to be at the reunion. I mean, if he is, then whatever. But Lisa's answering to this. I don't know. But what he did do, good thing I started following him. Something just told me to, because I saw he was in the habit of posting a lot of stuff. So I just wanted to keep up to date to see what he would say or, whatever. Literally, I checked his Instagram stories and look at a text message he exposed between him and Denise Richards, which he, by the way, deleted it maybe 10 minutes after he put it in his story. But of course, I got a good old snapshot for you. So this is a conversation he had with Denise Richards. It doesn't have a date, but I'm assuming it's when she was on the show. This is what it says. She messages him and she says, may I ask if you were brought on to do anything negative towards myself and or family when I was on the show or when I left? And he replies and says, hi, Denise. Although I can't disclose campaign information, in September or December of 2020, I would have to go back and check. We were contacted in regards to your departure. Our algorithm would then mention your name. So when individuals searched for Denise Richards, it would push whatever article our client wanted to the top for a wider audience. He says, I would also request this information be kept private unless needed for legal proceedings or ongoing investigations. And this is the next part of the message. She says, absolutely, this will be kept private. I also ask the same of you, keeping it private too. Thank you for your response. May I ask, please, between us, were you contacted by the network, an executive, cast member, or a publicist? Just for my own information, please. He says, great, thank you for the confidentiality. We were contacted directly by a cast member initially, then rerouted through a publicist or a representative on their behalf. And she says, Rinna, and he says, An individual my firm will no longer represent or work directly with due to recent events. So this must have been the recent events. What he was talking about was what happened with the fallout he had with her regarding the Kathy Hilton thing. So he says there's a lot of information breaking, and if you or anybody that represents you wants to break this information, I ask that it be done now so I can weather one big storm rather than later. We both know exactly the type of person she is, and that's only because we've worked with her personally. If you would like my firm to break the information, let me know. So, do you just see what he's letting her know that it was Rinna behind it? And what he says as far as what he, and this is the difference. The situation he had with um the situation he had with Lisa was just basically bringing negative press, negative press. The same situation right here with what he was telling Denise Richards. He was responsible for whenever someone would search her name, the article that the person was paying to have pushed would appear. So that's what his services were pretty much doing. When it comes to what happened with Garcelle's son, that's different. That's putting negative comments on his Instagram page. So that's what his company does. And this right here is wow. I know these women, I'm really believing that when they took this trip, they were all in, I think, Hawaii. This was the end of last month. So this was a few weeks ago. And this is, remember, Erika got served when they were in the airport coming back from Hawaii because the three of them were together. The three of them were together. And then little do we know, a couple weeks later now, all of a sudden this happened to Garcelle's son. What a coincidence, right? It really makes it seem like the plan was concocted then, set into action, like this is what's going to happen. Because next thing you know, it happened. And now they're spinning I'm threatened. I'm being threatened. Then Erika was salty regarding her own grown adult son not giving a statement by Bravo the way Garcelle's son was, a teenager, a kid. It's just all making sense now. It really makes it makes more sense than it did before. With him showing the message between him and Denise, as well as the business that he did with Lisa, this is not someone that's just out here just making up lies, is what I'm thinking. I know he's playing dirty with exposing and doing the things that he's doing, but I 100% believe that he definitely was affiliated with these women, especially Lisa. So my whole thing is I just want to note why, I don't know why, it's no way in hell I'm going to DM some questions like this. I would rather get on a call, FaceTime, even email. I don't know. I guess paper trail is a paper trail, whichever way you spin it, right? But I don't know. I would think that to DM on Instagram this type of question, I would be, I would feel a way, even if I do say, keep it private. But she probably was thinking that this is business. Like, this is a real business. Like, this is never going to happen. She's not thinking that her message between him is going to be exposed. That's why he took it down so quick, but not before I got the screenshot. So, guys, once again, the saga continues. What is going to happen at the reunion whenever they tape it? I'm happy it hasn't been taped yet because usually a lot of stuff happens after reunion. After the reunion is taped, then stuff starts. They start going back and forth. But no, this is happening, and the reunion is about to tape next week. So we will have to stay tuned. Until then, I'll see if Patrick wants to post some more stuff. and get my hands on it if I can. But other than that, guys, that's all I have for now. Like this video, leave a comment, let me know what you think about this whole situation. Let me know what you think, because now the women are playing like they're being threatened, and so let me know what you think. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you guys again soon.